Hey there, ladies and gents, it is time for another Asian robot video. Today I'm doing something that you guys have been waiting for. I have promised the hammer, and today I will deliver the hammer. Starting out with the Magma Quake, Torgadoro's hammer. It has not received a lot of love, but the recent buff to Charogs has made this an absolute beast. Alright, you'll see it in combat, but Adrenaline Cell, Endurance Cell. Now you might be thinking, wait, hold on. Wait a second, robot. You're telling me, okay, hold up. You're telling me that this whole operation, you're gonna use Adrenaline on a hammer. Okay, here's the thing. The hammer, if you're properly priming attacks, uses up a lot of stamina. Adrenaline is the perfect cell for you. You're also dodging constantly. You're also cutting your combos to dodge behemoth attacks. That makes Tempest and Endurance Adrenaline a perfect storm combination for the hammer. Now, one thing you can do if you need more survival, okay, and I'm going to demonstrate this now, you can change the Endurance Cell here for a Parasitic Cell. I'm going to demonstrate this build using the Parasitic Cell here to show you that yes, although it limits your maximum damage, it has way more survival, but more on that when you see the combat showcase. The special is going to be Mighty Landbreaker, as always. Damage is king. Extended Clip. You should be using this. Some people like Turbine Trigger. It's entirely up to you, genuinely. The reason to use Turbine Trigger is to finish your combos faster, but I personally prefer Extended Clip. It gives me more options and helps me deal with creatures a lot better. Now, here is the star of the show, the Charred Crusher from the Charog. After spending 50 stamina, which is very easy since a dodge is 20, a primed attack is 10, if I'm not wrong. Or is the prime attack 20? Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Doesn't matter. But simply put, after you spend 50 stamina, you can literally dodge 3 times and spend 50 stamina. Your next attack will emit a cone of flame that deals 200 blaze damage to each unique target within the cone. Spread well over the behemoth and you deal massive damage. And you can trigger this very frequently. Alright. Tempest will be your Omnicell of choice. Koshai's Bloom with an Etheric Attunement will be your lantern. Now, Sight of Stone with a Toughness Cell will be your helmet. Scravewing Jacket with an Endurance Cell will be your chest piece. Boreal Might with the Overpower Cell will be your arms. And the Volcanic Treads with the Berserker Cell will be your legs. Why not full Berserker? And why only 3 in Overpower? Okay. That's because I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. Overpower only triggers when the behemoth is knocked down, and any further use of Berserker would basically be costing me a little more on Tenacious. It's genuinely up to you. If you don't feel comfortable with having an Overpower at all, the hammer being a stagger weapon, I find that this split actually works well. Again, it's genuinely up to you. This is one of the rare situations where there are so many +3 splits. Normally we go for a lot of +6s because that, you know, like streamlines the build. But with this particular build, it actually works well. And again, you guys are going to see that in action very shortly. Okay, the reason for all this, for all these splits is because of the way the hammer works. The staggers will give you a bit of power, extra damage, but you don't want to fully rely on that. You also want to have Berserker for while you're comboing behemoths, you know, you're building up some of your own damage. A lot of people find that Berserker is foolish on the hammer. I would tend to agree, but there aren't very many replacements for it. So that is something you have to think about. Okay, so we all good on that? Grand. Let's move on. Now we're going to go toward the hammer... perk explanation, but I kind of already did that. +6 adrenaline, so maximum of 45% damage, considering the fact that you have endurance +3. Okay, Tenacious. With this build, you have 1,450 hit points. That's a 28% baseline bonus damage. Toughness, you have 1,450 hit points, thanks to Berserker taking away 150. But you also gain 50% increased healing from all sources. This pairs extremely well with your Parasitic and your Koshai's Lantern to keep you alive in bad situations. Okay, the rest is just already explained, so you don't really need more from me. Okay, so as to not waste your time, I'm going to go directly into a combat showcase. We're going to go straight up to Thunderwatch. Why? Because if you go to Frostmarch, you have a genuine advantage, and well, we don't want to be in too much of an advantageous situation. Otherwise, that doesn't show the prowess of the build. So, of course, please be reminded that you do not need to fight behemoths like I'm doing right now. Okay, you don't have to fight behemoths 7 to 10 levels above you. Please don't. Why I do it is for stress testing purposes, to show that the build can handle extreme situations. You should not do this. When you want to level efficiently, please only fight behemoths about 3 levels above you. That is the most efficient that you can get in terms of both XP and kill time. Because anything lower is too little XP, and anything higher will extend the kill time a bit too much. So 3 levels is the perfect amount. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't want to see the combat showcase, feel free to like, share, and subscribe right now. All right, and you can just enjoy the build. The build link is in the description of the video. We're gonna fight Shrike first. It is 9 levels higher than us, but that will be absolutely okay with this build. You will have no trouble. Okay, I'm gonna show you how it's done. Start out immediately. All right. Now, priming an attack is 10 stamina consumption. Sorry, I forgot that. But immediately, please, immediately buff yourself. Although it's not the maximum amount, yes, I know you can get 35 if you use Aether Charge ammo. You're not gonna immediately have Aether Charge ammo, are you? That makes sense, yes? Please tell me it does. Because if it doesn't make sense, you might need some re-education. Okay, you're gonna easily knock down creatures. Keep an eye on your buff for your attacks, alright? This build doesn't use predators, so you don't even have to worry about taking hits. Alright, buff yourself by jumping, and you know, I mean, if you watch my hammer tutorial, you understand how that works. Okay, use your evasive maneuvers to knock down the behemoth. Alright, and if you need to, you can literally stock up ammo in between mid-swing by pressing your reload button. Alright, but basically you just want to go ham on the creature. You're already seeing how easy it is. We're taking out a Shrike that's 10 levels above us. The Charog is absolutely brutal when it comes to damage after the buff, and it is just literally what will rip and tear these guys to shreds. Alright, I've barely even used my lantern here. I should be doing it for max damage, but look, it's dead. It's done. Let's go against the level 11 Charog, where we're going to have an elemental disadvantage. Now it is 9 levels above us, but we have a, like I mentioned, elemental disadvantage since we're using a fire weapon. You'll see that it is still absolutely easy to take it out. And that's how strong this build is. The hammer is one of the strongest weapons in the game, and after the recent buff, you guys are going to see a lot of hammer builds coming out because this is some of the most brutal shit that you guys will get to experience, play, and enjoy. Alright? This is how brutal the hammer is. Do not sleep on it. This is the weapon you want right now. Okay, you take some extra damage, that's okay. Listen, that's gonna happen. Will you get close to death? Yes. That will also happen. Why? Because guess what? It's a freaking hammer. Alright, now you may be in a situation where you might be like, oh shit, I've got no hit points because I got drained by fire. That's okay. Like I said, these are extreme situations that don't normally reflect the situation you have. Alright? Build back up slowly. Alright, if you have to play cautiously for a little bit, do so. But take advantage of your predator and try not to set yourself on fire. Okay, fire is going to be your biggest enemy in all this. Instead, continue to buff your attack, wait for the right opportunity, and then go in. Okay, your Koshais is genuinely a blessing. Use it well. Alright, something like that. Okay, and you'll be doing well. You also notice that it is fairly easy to knock out behemoths. Why? Because the hammer naturally comes with a lot of stagger. Alright, if you're in a bad situation, alright, slow down your gameplay. That is my advice to any Slayer. Alright, naturally you will not be encountering creatures like this. You should not be doing this shenanigans, okay? Please do not. If you do, then you are either insane or somebody who really loves a challenge. And I'm not really sure which one you are. But in some cases, you may die against a creature that is way above your level. That's okay. Alright, like I said, this is an extreme stress test, but as you can see, the creature's almost dead. Do a few good runs like that, and bada bing, bada boom, it will die. So, you know, heroic behemoths are kind of like this. This is why these types of builds are usually not recommended for heroics. Just to be fair, you can actually get into one and do fairly well in one. using a build like this, because this kind of extreme scenario is what will be reflected in heroics. But that's why the heroic builds include more defense, right? Because it's just like that. Okay, so that is how the build works. It is highly effective. If the creature is only 3 levels above you, you literally saw me waste a creature 9 levels above me. I died once, yes, but dude, the creature was 9 levels above me. You want to fight a creature just 3 levels above you for normal leveling, this thing is going to smoke them instantaneously. Also, I didn't use a potion. I could have, but you know my policy on that. Okay, so enjoy the build. Enjoy completely destroying things with a hammer. It is absolutely amazing right now. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, and if you want to support my channel, drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. Send super thanks on YouTube. Okay, you can also choose, if you want to become a channel member and gain access to various perks. And last but not least, you can purchase sexy Asian robot merchandise. Okay, all right, thank you guys, and here are the thank you scenes. December's top supporters: Bravo7910, Crampy D, Johnny Nara, FNX Killer 43, Savi Uzumaki, Randomo, Alien Frost 80, Kazmanta My Lovely Girl, Zach NFG, Soul Crack, Galaxy Train, Kelvin Maxi, Puni Puni, Rogue Assassin, I'm a Boxhead, Viper91. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for the love and support you guys have given me, and also big thank you to our Throne of Honor, Puni Puni OnlyFan, Real British Robot OnlyFan level, JP Best Prestige, Zach NFG Prestige, The Forgotten Prestige. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for feeding my family, and hey, I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Have fun.